As the world emerged from the tension of the Cold War, a new danger lurked. Two coordinated attacks on American citizens rippled across the globe, exposing America's vulnerabilities and acting as a harbinger of a greater terror to come. How did Al-Qaeda kill hundreds 3 years before 9/11? You'll find out as we explore 5 events that happened today in history. In 1998, the U.S. embassies in Nairobi, Kenya, and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, are bombed by Osama bin Laden's Al-Qaeda terrorist organization, killing 224 people. More than 4,500 people are wounded. 12 of those killed are Americans. A little over 3 years later, on September 11, 2001, the same terrorist group uses commercial jets to attack the World Trade Center and the Pentagon in the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history. In 1912, nearly 4 years after leaving office after serving 2 terms as U.S. president, Theodore Roosevelt is nominated for president by the Progressive Party, a group of Republicans dissatisfied with President William Howard Taft, Roosevelt's handpicked successor who had won the presidency in 1908. Roosevelt had run for the Republican nomination earlier that year, but had lost to Taft. So Roosevelt and his allies created the Progressive Party, which is nicknamed the Bull Moose Party. In the November election, Roosevelt and Taft split the Republican vote, making it an easy victory for Democrat Woodrow Wilson, who wins 435 of the 531 electoral votes. Despite the overwhelming electoral victory, Wilson only wins 41.8% of the popular vote, while Roosevelt and Taft's combined popular vote total exceeds 50%. In 1915, during the Gallipoli campaign of World War I in modern-day Turkey, 600 Australian soldiers make an assault on heavily fortified Ottoman trenches in the Battle of the Neck. Much of the British side of the Gallipoli campaign was fought on the ground by the Anzac Forces, which stands for Australia and New Zealand Army Corps. These Anzac troops suffer high casualties during the campaign. In the Battle of the Neck on August 7th, the Australians suffer 372 casualties to only a handful lost on the Turkish side. The battle has come to symbolize the futility of trench warfare during World War I. Peter Weir's 1981 Australian film Gallipoli, starring a young Mel Gibson, revolves around this particular battle. It is one of my favorite World War I movies, especially to show to students. It is not perfectly true to history in every detail of the battle itself, but the essentials are there. The movie Gallipoli does an outstanding job of showing what motivated young men to volunteer to fight in World War I. It also effectively shows what life was like in the trenches. Additionally, it powerfully portrays the horrors of trench warfare. I highly recommend it. In 1948, at the Summer Olympics in London, Dutch track and field athlete Fanny Blankers-Koen, who is pregnant with her 3rd child, helps her nation win the 4x100 meter relay, becoming the first woman to capture 4 gold medals at a single games. She had already won the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and the 80-meter hurdles. It is truly an impressive feat. In 1964, the U.S. Congress passes the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, giving President Lyndon Johnson the authority to enter the Vietnam War. The resolution is triggered by the Gulf of Tonkin incident 5 days earlier, when 2 U.S. destroyers, which were conducting covert operations near North Vietnamese territorial waters, were fired upon by North Vietnamese torpedo boats. Support for the Gulf of Tonkin resolution is nearly universal. It passes 416-0 in the House and 88-2 in the Senate. President Johnson signs it 3 days later on August 10th. Direct American involvement in Vietnam lasts until 1973. Which of these events did you find most interesting? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out Today in History in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. There's a link in the description. I would also love it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And you can see more great Mr. Lewis videos right over here. Thanks for watching.